everybody! Today we're going to be discussing famous female mathematicians through history. We're going to start with Hypatia. She's an ancient Egyptian who worked and taught in Alexandria at the Alexandrian Neoplatonic School.
Hypatia, the astrolabe you helped invent is brilliant. It has furthered my studies immensely.
Thank you. Those are kind words. What do you think of a device for determining liquids?
That would truly be something. What would you call it?
Well, I am considering using water in this device, and it would measure objects. Maybe a small aquaspan?
What about a hydrometer?
I like that name.
Your work on the real date of Easter has caused quite the uproar. I just overheard Cyril talking about how Peter's planning some plot against you.
It will be another failed plan, I assure you.
We'll take our leave now.
Well, I must be getting home.
Oh no, she's dead! She's been killed!
Hypatia was killed in 415 AD because Christians were not very happy about her placement of the correct calendar date of Easter. Next, we're going to learn about Sophie Germain, a French mathematician.
You're still studying? I thought the cold winter would stop this madness. Women cannot live like men without warm clothes and fireplaces and studying all the time.
Oh, but Father, this week I have begun to teach myself Latin and Greek to help with my work on Fermat's theory and the elasticity theory.
Well, more lecture notes have come from you, for you. How could you get advice from real mathematicians and these colleges? I will never understand.
It's simple, really. I just say my name is M. LeBlanc.
Sophie won the grand prize from the Paris Academy of the Sciences for her essay on the elasticity theory. And 6 years after her death in 1831, she got an honorary degree from the University of Göttingen. Ada Lovelace was an English mathematician who lived at the same time as Sophie.
Charles, can you check my work on this algorithm for your mathematical computation device?
You know, we really should come up with a shorter name. This is genius as always, Ada.
Why, thank you, Charles. I hope I'll never forget the poetry of science.
Ada described herself as an analyst and metaphysician, and she truly accomplished a lot in her short lifespan. Our next mathematician is more well known in the nursing field, but she was a world-class statistician. Next up is Florence Nightingale.
Another letting, Miss Nightingale.
Why, thank you. This is the third letter this week.
Yeah, this one's from your dad, yeah. If you don't mind me asking, what are the other ones all about?
Well, the first one came from the Royal Stat Society, naming me the first female member. The second letter was from the American Stats Association, giving me honorary membership.
What have you done to deserve this recognition? You're almost always walking around with soldiers and whatnot in the hospital.
I developed the polar area diagram.
Florence had a very unusual family and father, her father went against common practices of the time and taught her math and writing. Grace Chisholm Young also had a man in her life who was very unorthodox for the time period.
What do you think of this proof?
You know, your German is getting a lot better. This proof looks good. You were always my best student.
Can I publish this under your name again?
No. Why don't you publish under your own name? I want all children to know your work.
Grace had 6 children, and she went on to be the first female in German history to get a math doctorate. And she won the Gamble Prize for Mathematics by Girton College, University of Cambridge, for her work in calculus. In Germany, at the same time as Grace, there was another female mathematician making her mark, Emmy Noether.
Isn't this such a cool correlation between symmetry and the conservation laws? Wow, I cannot believe the university doesn't pay for your work. Maybe it's because I'm Jewish, and now that the Nazis have taken power, I'm looking into moving to America and working at Bryn Mawr College in Pennsylvania.
Maybe you'll get to meet Albert Einstein. I heard he said you're the most important woman in mathematics.
I don't know about that, but my father is the most important mathematician to me.
Emmy contributed greatly to abstract algebra and theoretical physics. Our next mathematician, Marjorie Lee Brown, faced extreme prejudice in her lifetime because she was an educated African American woman. She lived from 1914 to 1979.
Back when I was in high school, everyone thought I'd be famous in tennis, especially after winning the women's tennis singles in Memphis. But I decided to continue my education, first by attending Howard University, then as a graduate student at the University of Michigan. Now, this was the only white college at the time to allow black students. My work has been focused in linear and matrix algebra, as many of my students know. And I'm looking forward to your generation's future of matrixing and digital devices. Some of you are here today because of my scholarships. I want all students to have equal opportunities, in spite of gender and race.
In addition to having incredible foresight into the future potential of computers, Marjorie Lee Brown also demonstrated simple proofs of important topological properties and relations between classical groups. All of these incredible women have changed the course of history, from getting women into universities to making sure that they have the same equal opportunities. If the future is as progressive as the past has been, society and mathematicians have a lot they can and will accomplish.